Fireside Chat as part of the Fox Hollow. My name is Schuyler.
And I'm Keelin.
And today we're discussing how to actually implement our goals and how to stay motivated through that process. So, we've talked over the course of the last 2 months about all these different categories of goal setting in your life that you can start doing into 2019. But how do you actually do those goals?
How do you put them into your daily life
that you've set?
Your routine?
Yeah, that's the difference between a New Year's resolution and an actual strategic plan and goal that you're going to achieve.
And actually accomplish in 2019. Yeah. So you don't get to 2020 and be like, oh yeah, all those things that I was doing at the beginning of the year, I'm no longer doing. And I never achieved them.
Whoops.
And they go on your list again for next year. Yeah, and then it's the same cycle.
The next New Year's resolution, but then you don't actually do anything with them. And that's the opposite of what you want to do.
We want to follow through.
Yeah, I've got a great example of something that didn't work out too well last year. Well, it was going well when I was actually following the goals that I set for myself. But then when I stopped doing that, I think it's really important that when you're doing goal setting, and we kind of sprinkled this in throughout the episodes, that you set the goals at the beginning, that you write them down on paper or type them out. And I do quarterly goals, so each quarter there are different goals, and they have to be met at the end of each quarter to do like the full annual goal. And it's good to be more specific and detailed with that plan, and your goals need to be your own goals. So all of that was true. I had like a weight loss goal last year.
I remember that.
It was going really well because I was hitting my goal of going to the gym and doing Tai Chi at least once a week for both of those, and I was eating healthier, and I actually reached my weight loss goal for both the first quarter and I think the second quarter as well. However, I stopped printing out my quarterly goals after the second quarter, and that's when they all fell apart. So continue to stick by them, because I lost all that weight and then I gained it all back. So
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But we don't want it to.
Yeah, you don't want that
anymore.
to happen. But when I was actually writing that plan out and I had it posted to the bulletin board, I was really excited about it, and I was making sure that I hit those mini goals every week, that I was going to the gym and I was eating healthier. That's how I accomplished those goals within the quarters. But the second that I stopped doing the things that led to the other goals, like they're cascading goals. The weight loss goal couldn't have happened if I wasn't going to the gym each week, which was within its own goal.
Yeah, so it's really about breaking down the big picture into small things that you do every single day that impact your life in full.
Right. So smaller goals to reach the larger goals, starting with smaller periods of time, smaller actions required. It's easier to ease yourself into it and start building those daily practices into your life gradually over time.
You never just
be more
get out of bed and run a marathon. You have to train for that marathon. So start small, and eventually you'll make the big picture and you'll see it all come together throughout the year.
Yes. So carrying on from our last episode too, you want to make sure that you have the time to implement your goals, because if you have too many goals and not enough time, you're not going to accomplish them. Or you might have a good number of goals, but you're not making the time in your schedule to actually do the things that you want to do. So for me right now, I want to be better about learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Because now, because it's still first quarter, I'm technically meeting my goals because I'm doing 30 minutes of Spanish a week. But it's not in the way that I wanted to do it. Like, I should be doing 30-minute chunk of Rosetta Stone one evening a week.
Mm-hmm.
But what has happened is I've been doing little bursts of Spanish learning on the bus on the way to work. So it still equals 30 minutes, but it's like 5 to 10 minutes each day of Spanish. So I'm still meeting the goal, but it's not in the way that I wanted to. But just how February was, it was not a good month.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say that. So I'm not disappointed because at least I'm still meeting the goal, even if it's in a more creative way that's more flexible with my schedule. But it's not as effective.
Yeah,
But
and it's not what
sometimes-
you wanted.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do that, and at least you're still doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say if you have to be flexible instead of just dropping it entirely. Like, if your goal is to go to the gym once per week and you would like to do an hour, but you can only do half an hour, do half an hour. Don't just not go at all.
Yeah.
Or if you can't make it to the gym, do some home exercises. At least you're doing something. Maybe it's like a shadow of that goal. But
it's still...
at least it's...
It reaches the same outcome.
Yes, and that's the important part. So don't feel ashamed or guilty in this process because some things just pop up in your life. Sometimes you have to be flexible, and that's okay. But the worst is if you hold yourself to such a high standard that you can never meet it, because goals aren't about perfectionism. It's about just getting it done, and it's about that slow accumulation over time, not
1 month and everything's done and you're good and...
Yeah, you're buff now. You're a buff baby.
After one month of work.
Yes.
Nothing can get done. Nothing that lasts can be done in 1 month.
Definitely not. So just give yourself grace in the process. Don't feel guilty or ashamed, or if you didn't succeed at a goal for 1 week, just say it's okay to fail too. It's okay to be like, you know what, I didn't reach that goal, but I tried and I worked really hard at it, and that's good too. At least you are actively engaged. You're being mindful. You set the goal. You did 80% of it or whatever, but
that's better than nothing.
Exactly. You should be proud of what you've accomplished.
Anything is better than nothing.
At this point, and even in early February, most people are burned out and most people give up, or they just stop. They don't even think about it. You know, people are so pepped up to accomplish their goals in
For the new
January,
year, yeah.
but then by the time March rolls around, people start dropping off. So like, how do you stay motivated? Especially the weather's gonna get better. I know the snow has been really terrible.
It has. I also want to mention real quick that it's never a bad time to start a goal.
Right. That's
You
true,
can,
too.
it's never, oh, I'll start it tomorrow, or I'll start it Monday, or I'll start March 1st, or January 1st, or whatever.
Today's the day.
Today is the day. Seize the day.
Yes.
You can start any day, any time of day. The world is spinning as fast as it can, and you can't sit around waiting for something good to happen.
Your life already began.
Yeah.
So, live it.
Live it. Do the things. Do all the things. And do them right here, right now.
Right.
Never wait.
Or at the very least, make your plan.
Yeah.
Make your strategy. I love to make plans before I implement them. Some people are more like, I'm gonna just do it. And good. do that.
And if you mess up
But
Monday,
if you're a planner like me, pull out that notebook and start getting planned, because I get excited about like the planning process and then the implementing.
yeah.
But some people just like to jump into it, and other people take a longer time to plan and organize.
But if you mess up Monday, Tuesday, and your plan's off, replan it.
Yeah.
Replan the rest of the week. You still got 3 days. You got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or you got Thursday, Friday. Or even if it's Friday and you haven't done a lot in the week, you have 1 day. Do it. Get it done.
And that leads to the other thing, and again, leading from our previous episode, but like schedule your goals in your week. My Rosetta Stone, this is why it's really sad, because it is actually scheduled. It's like a scheduled thing at like 7 o'clock at night, like Mondays or Tuesdays, for like half an hour. It's like in my calendar. So, but I have to move it for other things that pop up, for like the editing, and that's why I'm like, well, I'll just do the bus thing for now.
Yeah.
But that's fine. But just know that Rosetta Stone is in my calendar. Editing is in the calendar.
And the thing is, as long as it's there in your schedule, you'll get it done. One way or another.
Reading a book before bed should be like the nightly routine. I need to make like a little placard that has like my evening routine that I need to do before bed. Like, not just check. Yeah, kind of check them off.
Yeah, checklist. Bedtime checklist. I did
Yeah.
this. You washed your face. You read a book and whatever. You took 10 minutes to meditate and now you're ready for bed.
It ensures it gets done. It holds yourself to that standard, and it takes a while to form those healthy habits. So it's just another reassurance that you can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, put them in your calendar.
And then
Schedule
also, to help make sure that you can do it as well, we've talked about this previously, but an accountability buddy, having somebody that will hold you accountable for your goals is so important. If you were just doing
So
this
true.
all on your own, I don't care if you tell your dog what you're doing, as long as you get it out into the air and tell somebody that you're doing these things, it'll make you more likely to actually get them done. Speak them aloud, write them down, make yourself accountable, and have somebody else hold you accountable. Just friendly reminders.
Well, I think accountability buddies are good, and like holding yourself accountable, but I'm a little nervous about just putting it out into the air, because there could be some evidence out there that suggests that if you just like tell somebody like, I'm gonna get fit and go to the gym, but like they're not an accountability buddy, you're just telling them that, then you feel like you already accomplished something.
Yeah.
And then you don't actually go to the gym. Like, it's kind of scary that people feel like they did something just by telling somebody they were going to do it, and then they don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're gonna
be that person.
If you're gonna tell somebody that you're gonna do it, actually hold yourself accountable and do it if they're not gonna hold you accountable, because you don't want that situation.
No.
To feel complacent that you're like, I said I was gonna be fit. I guess that makes me more fit than before, because like it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. But a lot of times, if you don't, a lot of people don't have somebody that will hold them accountable. So if you're holding yourself accountable and you have to be that person, make sure that you have the right tools to be able to do that. Make sure that you are motivated in everything that you do. Make sure that it's a goal that you actually want to accomplish and you strongly believe that you can, and it is time for you to do this in your life.
We believe you can.
We believe that you can do anything.
And we also want to hear what your goals were. You know, if you made a goal, if you've been sticking by it the past couple months, you know, like that's a big deal. Yeah, we want to hear what your goals were, what your dreams are too. Like, what do you want to accomplish?
And what helped you accomplish these goals up to this point, and how, if you're still on track with your New Year's resolutions, if you've made new ones since January 1st or accomplished some of these goals, let us know in the comments what is going down in your goals far.
I want to hear if anybody overcame a fear to accomplish a goal. Like I was talking about building charisma and public speaking. And public speaking is a huge fear for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So if you're like, you wanted to get better at something that you were afraid of, I would love to hear about people overcoming their fears and
like
other barriers.
Going to the gym. A lot of people are so
Yeah.
self-conscious and don't want to do that. So if you've gotten into the gym this year and you were self-conscious about it and you didn't like doing it, and that's why, let us know. We're so proud of you for whatever you've accomplished, even if it's emptying the dishwasher once every day.
Hey,
that's a big
it's
accomplishment.
Scary. The dishes are
frightening.
Exactly. So
another thing that I want to talk about is finding inspiration and motivation in your daily life, just from either finding a role model, somebody that you can look up to, whether it's a celebrity or an author or
someone
your
in
neighbor,
community, yeah,
anybody. It could be anybody, but somebody that you look up to, you like their morals, what they believe in, and all of those things that encourage you to be a better version of yourself. And then also finding some sort of inspiration that you can either listen to, like music, a song that just like motivates you in the morning or really gets you pumped at the gym.
Oh yeah, a victory song.
Something great like that, or like a video. There's lots of inspirational videos, people talking, inspirational speakers. Find something like that to listen to either motivate you in the morning or in the evening when you've had either a good or bad day and you need some more motivation to keep you going. Or find an inspirational saying or like a quote that you can write down or print out, put in a picture frame, hang it on the wall, put it on a board,
marker board, cork board,
put it anywhere. Something that
a sticky note on your desk.
motivates you every single day, that you can say to yourself in your head throughout the day, that gives you inspiration and motivation to carry on with these goals every day of your life.
And tell yourself that in the mirror. I think it's really important to talk to yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
I might be a little biased because like I talk to myself all the time. You know, it's just a way to think through some problems. But I think that a lot of people are self-conscious, and like looking at yourself in the mirror can be already difficult sometimes. Yeah. But if you're your own best friend, self-love, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're worth it and that you're going to accomplish your goals and today's going to be a great day. Like, tell yourself that saying or quote, or sing that power song, sing the lyrics in the bathroom to yourself in the mirror, like whatever you need to do to motivate yourself, because you're going to be with yourself for your entire life, and you're your best.
Crazy.
I know, you're your best motivator, you're your best friend. So just take ownership in the mirror and say, sometimes you're your own worst enemy. You really are. You're the one who holds yourself back, but you're also the solution. You're the one who...
You're both.
Pushes forward into the future and accomplishes your goals.
Mm-hmm.
So...
You're the one who holds yourself back as well as pushes yourself forward. It's all about mindset. And if you think it, you believe it, it'll happen.
Yeah, have that winning mindset, because it's so true. If you have a poor mindset that, oh, I can't accomplish anything, you're not going to accomplish anything. But if you have that mindset that you can and you will, then you can and you will. Like,
it's the daily affirmations that get you going, get you accomplishing your goals. You have to believe, and you have to think and imagine the person that you want to be, and you will become that person if you say that to yourself and you
don't
believe
just be
it.
like, oh, I want to accomplish this goal, but like be the type. I'm the type of person who goes to the gym. I'm a gym person. Yeah. Become the person that you want to succeed in that area.
And it'll happen. It'll come to you.
It really will. Case in point, if I can do it, and I'm just like, I've struggled with procrastination. I've struggled with oh my God, perfectionism, really bad, you know, and it's stunting. It really stunts you if you're like, no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. This person won't like it. I don't, you know, it just really holds you back. Again, don't let perfectionism get in the way of good and done. It's better to just be done and keep progressing, because you're only really going to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. And also, don't let other people put you down. Don't let their judgment. If you're telling yourself, they'll
put you down.
Overweight, and you decide in your mind that you want to go on this weight loss journey, people might look at you and be like, yeah, that's never going to happen. And they might try to bring you down. You hold yourself to your highest standard and you will make it happen. Don't listen to their judgment, because when you are 20 pounds lighter or accomplishing any sort of goal that they never thought you would, but you knew that you could do it, they're going to be crawling back to you saying, oh my gosh, you look fantastic.
How did you do that?
They're the ones.
How did you do it? And they were the ones who were critiquing your diet. Like, oh, that's wrong. And then they're like, oh, wait, how'd you do that? And it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually do these things, and not everybody's going to believe in you. But you have to believe in yourself.
I hear it all the time with money, too. Like, I'm going to get myself out of debt. And people are like, why even bother? Why even bother? Just like stay stuck in the hole of debt. You get yourself out of debt and you do really well for yourself then, because you're not making all those payments, and then people are like, oh, they see that you have more money.
Weird.
How'd you do that? Like, yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's really a problem, other people. I like, personally, I like to take their judgy words and use it as a I'm gonna prove you wrong moment. Because I just use it as motivation. So talking about motivation, like, that's what motivates me. When people make me mad.
Yeah.
When people tell me I can't do something, that I had this great idea, I'm like, oh, I really want to do this, and they're like, honey, like, I don't think that you should try doing that. Like, that seems
it's a little out there.
And I'm like, okay.
But you know what?
I'm going to do it even harder now. I don't know. I'm going to do it more. And I'm going to prove it. But just, I don't know. Because people are frustrating. But also I just want to do me.
Yeah.
You know? And I had that idea, and I think it's good. And I know how I'm going to accomplish it. And they don't believe in me, but it's because I think a lot of people who are judgy like that or try to put you down are internalizing that, because if you can accomplish it, that means that they could accomplish it too. And if they're not doing that, then that means they are failures, or that's how they see it. If they're insecure with themselves, that's how I tend to see it. People who believe in other people and have succeeded at other things themselves and aren't insecure about themselves, they're always cheering other people on.
For sure.
Those are the people that are like, you can do it, I know that you can. And they can celebrate with that person through that journey. So those people I tend to find are they're just happy, positive people, and they have that winning mindset. But the people who have that poor mindset, they're insecure.
So be the happy, positive person.
Yes, for other people too.
Yeah, not just for yourself.
Always be celebrating other people's accomplishments too. It's not a zero-sum game. We can all succeed at our goals.
It's not one person takes it all.
No, it really isn't. It's more collaborative, and it feels so good to celebrate success with people.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
So if you have a motivational song or quote or something that you would like to share, please leave a comment. I'm personally looking for some
positive comment section.
Yeah, I'm personally looking for some more music, because always.
I was just saying we should have a power playlist.
Yeah, and 2 motivational quotes are my favorite. I love like scrolling through Pinterest and Instagram, looking at all these pictures of these quotes that are like really fancy and pretty. I'm like, yes. And I need to print some out, put them on my wall, motivate me.
Inspiration to accomplish your own goals.
To accomplish my own goals. And if you have any, leave them down below so you can help other people accomplish their goals.
Yeah, let's inspire each other. I like that.
March is the month of inspiration.
Is it?
I don't know, but I want to make it that.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna accomplish a goal. March
is our month.
Yeah,
I'm claiming March.
2019 is our year. March. Well, it's got to be better than February. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
February was horrid.
So
blizzard after blizzard, but we powered through.
We did.
It was okay. I was sick like the entire month.
Now it's still blizzarding.
That's really awful. Yeah, but you know what? It's March now. Eventually, it's got to stop.
Eventually, it'll stop. Right? Maybe.
The joy of living
we hope.
In the Midwest. Well, speaking of overcoming barriers to accomplish goals, we are going to be moving on from this topic to another area of interest. So we are going to be talking about in our next upcoming episodes overcoming adversity. We'll be discussing our own experiences in overcoming adversity and how to help others with their problems, like what to do or not to do, or each situation is really individualized, and it's a tough topic. We're gonna get into some personal stories, and I hope that it's a very poignant discussion. And I hope that our listeners and our audience can also engage with that, because it's going to be valuable and cathartic to talk about those kind of issues. And this is going to be everything from like very personal to going out to broader society as well. So we're just going to be covering a little bit of everything and talking about adversity. So we hope to see you next week and in the coming weeks for our Overcoming Adversity arc.
If you like what we're doing here, please consider becoming a supporter of the show. The Fireside Chat podcast is part of a new entertainment hub called The Fox Hollow. We'll have shows about money, gaming, music, legal comedy, and more on YouTube, and we post new Fireside Chat episodes every Monday. If you'd like to ask a question or submit a public comment to be shared on the podcast, please email us at thefoxhollowhub@gmail.com. And if you'd like to support the podcast, please become a patron by donating at patreon.com/thefoxhollow, linked in the description below. You can follow us on Instagram at thefoxhollow.yt. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss another podcast or video.
And if you haven't checked out Robinhood, you definitely should. Robinhood is an online investing and banking app. They give power back to the people by not charging fees or commissions when you go to buy and sell stocks. Use this referral code to get started. share.robinhood.com/SCHUYLG7. You will receive 1 free share of a random stock, and you have the chance to win some big name investments like Apple and Berkshire Hathaway. By using this referral code, both you, the listener, and myself will receive a random share of stock. This is a great way to give back to the show while also getting a gift in return. We post new podcasts every Monday and videos every Friday. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week. Bye!